Hello, my name is David Oathout. The video that you just saw, I filmed more than 20 years ago when I first started to patent deer calls. Many of the patented deer calls I've leased have gone on to be very successful and #1 selling deer calls. This deer call I'm keeping for myself. It's patented and it's everything that a deer call should be. This call will make every sound of a white-tailed deer, no matter what size or where it lives. From Saskatchewan to Louisiana, this deer call can be easily adjusted to mimic the sounds of white-tailed deer in your area exactly. The call comes with a fleece covering, and I'm going to remove that so you can see what the call is all about. The deer call is very simple. Simply by moving the plunger back and forth, you can make all the sounds of a white-tailed deer, along with rocking this part back to make the snort wheeze. You can also adjust the call by taking it apart, putting it back together, and also you can take this part that has Velcro on it, fasten it so it will fit around your finger and become a ring. This ring can make the snort wheeze. Very simple to do. The call can be used without that on to make all the sounds of a white-tailed deer. You can also take and rock this part back so you can be going and making sounds like this. It's just that simple. The plunger moves back and forth, and with that it traps the reed assemblies so you can mimic the sound of any white-tailed deer size, whether it be fawn, buck, doe, anything in between. For some reason you have a problem with the call not making the proper sound because you've move this up or down, you simply can take it apart and put it back together. It should be resting on the bottom part of this barrel, the wooden part. The wooden part was designed to sound more like a deer. It's not plastic. When this plastic reed hits that wood, it makes a real sound of a white-tailed deer, more realistic, more like the vocal inner workings of a white-tailed deer. It also has a suspended barrel. This is a foam, a special foam that was made to fit inside the call, so it suspends the reed assembly. You can have it sticking out further, and that makes a deeper sounding buck. Say if you're in Saskatchewan hunting very deep, big-bodied deer, or if you're down in Louisiana, you can move it in a little bit and make higher pitch sounds. So when you put it back together, you simply push down on the reed, trap it onto the wooden plate, and then put the hole over it. It's that simple. We also made it so you can't lose this part. You can simply put it back in. If for any reason you want it to be out, you can have it out. But to make the sounds of white-tailed deer, it's that simple. If you want inflection, if you want to make the sound of a buck with a grunt, snort, wheeze, or if you want to do what they call ticking, you can make any size sound of any size deer. You can have inflection, and you can do it easily with this call. The fleece was chosen for this particular call, so you could easily have a call that would not be hitting buttons on your shirt or zippers or anything, making noises that you don't want. To put the call together completely, you can completely cover the call that simple. The call can also be inhaled. All kinds of sounds. Every sound of a white-tailed deer. It's that simple. Once you get it, you go to sayitalldeercall.com, listen to the noise that the deer makes, listen to the sound that you make with the Say It All Deer Call, and you can practice right there. Listen to it over and over again. It's very simple to get the sound right. It's very simple to take apart. It's very simple to keep together, and you can choke it down, you can make it smaller, you can do a lot of things with this call. You go to the website, we'll show you how to do whatever you want to do with it, but it's very simple. You have a problem with the call, say something's crawled in there, you simply pull it out, you clean the debris that's in there. The call is made so it's very easy to work with. You can even take this part out. Do what you want to do with it. You can stop deer, but I suggest that you keep it in the call. Make the sounds of the white-tailed deer the way you want to make them, and then what I do is I take, and so it doesn't withdraw further than it needs to be, I decide where I want it, and I just tie an overhand knot and keep it there. When during the hunting season, you're not going to want to make a fawn that's a couple days old. It's just not that time of year to do that. But if you're predator hunting, it's something that you have the opportunity to do. It's called the Say It All Deer Call. It has an adjustable lanyard, and it's very simple to manipulate this back and forth. It'll stay where you want it. Say It All Deer Call. Get one, practice with it. If you don't like it, send it back. But I guarantee you're going to be wondering why you didn't keep it when those whitetails are just going to keep walking when you're using an ordinary deer call that has a plastic sound. I'm Dave Oathout. Go to my website, look at the video that's there of real white-tailed deer making white-tailed deer sounds themselves, not somebody telling you this is a buck, this is a doe. They show you with their deer call, but if you want to see deer show you what the sounds are, go to sayitall.com, practice with your deer call, and see what you think. I'm Dave Oathout. Thanks for listening.